Y'all, I really thought this girl got kidnapped. I really did. I really did. Hey you guys, it's Rihanna. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all, it is Vlogmas day 9. If you guys made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching my videos and continue to just support me. Like, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. But let's get into how I thought my friend really got kidnapped. I'm gonna name these two friends. I'm gonna name one of them Catwoman. Or Cat. No, I'm gonna just name her Cat. I'm gonna name this friend Cat, and I'm gonna name the other friend Nas. I don't know why Nas is coming to my head, so we're just gonna name that man Nas. So let's get into it. So to start off this video, it was any regular, I guess, party. The event just happened, and so the campus at our school was hosting a after party or a party or just know it was a party. I don't remember for what, but me and Kat, we made a pact where we were like, we're gonna get out the house for senior year. Did we really make a pact? Not really, because by junior year, I'm not gonna lie, I was tired of going out. I was tired of the parties. I did it enough with my homeboys and some of my female friends too, junior year. So by the time I got to senior year, I was partied out. But Kat, on the other hand, this was like, senior year was the time she was finally getting out the house and going out. So I was like, you know what, I'll come out just for you. And most of these situations, I'm not gonna say I was dragged. I definitely wasn't. Like, I was going willingly, but some of the times I just was like, I don't feel like going out. But this time, I think, who was it? I think Nas convinced me. They were like, yeah, you gotta come out, you know, homeboy gonna be there. It's Rihanna from the editing room. Let me clarify. So when I said homeboy, I meant one of his like homeboys that Nas knew, not homeboy like my homeboy. So yeah, I just needed to clear that up. Let's just go out and have a good time. So I was like, okay, you know, why not? Like, let's all go out. So we all planned. Kat was gonna get ready, pick me up, and then we were gonna drive together to go pick up Nas at his apartment and pregame there. Cool, everything was fine. Mind you, just to give a little context, and this is all gonna make more sense later, Nas and Catwoman had something together at this time. Mind you, I did not know that, and you will see what I mean by that. Like, I did not know Nas and Kat were locked in like this. I did not know, okay? So, fast forward, we pregame, we get to the party. We're having a great time, y'all. I'm over here, we're taking pictures and everything. We were dancing, we were taking pics, we was just vibing. And then I guess the Kappas start walking in, and like people that we know from our school. And I'm not gonna lie, Nas and Kat are getting drunk, which honestly I didn't mind, because I said I was gonna be designated driver of the night, so I wasn't drinking. So they was drinking for me. So they get it, like they just throwing it back. So I'm like, okay, like y'all lit. Like, I'm happy for y'all. And so I'm starting to notice the more Kat gets drunk, the more flirtatious she's getting. But not towards Nas. No. Towards people, like random people in the club. Like, you guys know the club for real, especially with females. Like, some dudes will randomly like look you up and down, try to like, you know, go around you. So I guess every dude that was kind of doing that, and mind you, more context, Kat is not an ugly girl. She is very pretty, slim, thick, like I'm talking about shaped like a Coke bottle, and that's what always get the guys caught up. I'm not gonna lie. So the dudes, they're coming up to her and she's just giving them the eye. She looking at them up and down, like she's being very flirtatious. And at the time, I wasn't peeping neither, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm the type of person when I'm in the club, like I'm getting lit by myself. Like I'm not there to people watch. I'm not paying attention to them. As long as y'all are like in proximity and having a good time, that's all that matters. So I didn't even peep, but like eventually, like later on, Nas is getting more and more pissed. So I'm like, okay, like, all right, cool. So now the party is, well, not the party, the club is starting to slowly like close down, because I think this is anywhere except for maybe New York or LA, but at 2 o'clock things start closing. So we were like, okay, let's like exit before 2 o'clock, because I don't want to be like out here with all these people when it's time to exit. And so Kat, she was saying, I don't want tonight to end. Like, I know usually the Kappas have an after party. Like, let me ask one of the Kappas and see if they have an after party or whatever, whatever. Because I'm going to be honest, at our school, and this might be other schools too, but I know for us specific, if you don't know nobody and you don't see them in person and they don't see who you with, you're not coming to the after party. So it was one of those things that if we left or didn't like, you know, say hi to one of the Kappas, we wasn't going to the after party. And I'm gonna be honest, I was okay with that, because like honestly, I was low-key partied out, but I was there like, one, for designated driver, and two, F it for the pot. Like I'm gonna be honest. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to one of the Kappas I know and see what we could do. So I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of weird now thinking about it. Like, why did we do this? I'm kind of upset with myself, but we were standing off in the side and we were just waiting, I guess, for the Kappas to come out and for her to do her thing. So me and Nas, we in the corner, we chopping it up, talking, whatever, cool. He's doing his own thing. And we're so deep in conversation and talking that we didn't even notice. We were like, hey, where's Kat? Mind you, the last time we seen Kat, the Kappas had like a party bus, and I think she was talking to one of the Kappas in front of the bus. But honestly, I don't know what happened. We legit lost track of time within the 20 minutes. So we were like, bro, did she get on the party bus? Did she walk away? Like, where did Kat go? Because when I tell you, me and Nas were so in conversation that we did not notice that Kat wasn't around for like a good 20 minutes. And when we blinked, it was like the party bus was gone and she was gone. I was like, there's no way she went on that party bus with all them Kappas. So boom, I start thinking quickly. I said, okay, I have her location. Let me look at her location. Because mind you, like I said before this, she is gone. She's drunk. I'm not going to lie. Like, yes, she could walk straight and everything, but she's not here with us. So I'm just like, now I'm getting worried. Like, I'm starting to panic, because one thing, there's always a rule with me. If we come together, we lead together. And if we don't lead together, at least let me know as the designated driver, hey, like, I'm gonna go with this person. Cool, like, that's your business. Like, I'm not judging. Just let me know, like, what's your plan? And even better for me, because I don't have to drop you off, none of that. Like, we could just go our separate ways. So when I don't see her around, I'm starting to get super, super worried, especially because where we are, like, things always happen, pop off. Like, somebody could start shooting, kidnappings, especially if you lived in Austin, you know about the lady. For more context, what I meant was, like, there was a lot of disappearances around the lake in Austin. If you know, you know. So yeah, I was really, really worried about her. I was so so scared, like, I'm not gonna lie. So I started to panic and I looked at her location. So I looked at the car location and I looked at her location. I was like, okay, maybe she's going to the car or something. I look, the car is this way and she's this way. I said, okay, so she's not going to the car. Let me just follow her location. And he was like, bet. Like, let's go. So I'm realizing I didn't really explain this well. So where she was, her location was maybe a 10-minute walk away from the club. As for my car, it was a 20-minute walk in the opposite direction. So if I went to go get my car, then to go find her, it probably would have took us like a good maybe 25 to 30 minutes. So it just made sense just to walk to her location. So me and Nas, we low-key, like, we kind of skip jogging because it's just, if she did get kidnapped, like, you know, we gotta act. Like, I'm over here like getting my pepper spray ready. He just getting ready to, like, you know, fight or something. We're just panicking. So we're running. And eventually we see her. I see her first. I said, wait a minute. Ain't that one Keppa that want to talk to her? And I'm thinking this in my head. I'm not saying it out loud. And this is why I'm not saying that out loud. Because as soon as I see her, he's like, Nas is like, I know she ain't talking to somebody else right now. What you mean by that? Bro, because she been playing in my face the whole night. First, that dude came up to her and looking at her up and down cool, like she can't control that. Then want to, like, you know, say hi and grab up on her and hug her and do all of this. Like, I swear, like, bro, why hoes always playing in my face and hold on, time out, flag on the play. What do you mean she playing in your face? Bro, because, like, she want to be in my bed and all that. In your bed? This is how I figure out y'all are talking to each other. And now he's so mad, he just stormed off. Mind you, like I said, if you guys are in Austin, you guys know about 6th Street. We're on 36th Street. We were on Clean 6. So we were on West 6, right? But still, it's 6th Street. At this point, it's like maybe 2:30 in the morning. You just leaving me to walk by myself? Boy, you better get back here. So I'm like, Nas, hold on, wait. He's like, nah, bro, I'm just so mad. I was like, I understand you're mad right now, but I'm a female. I'm also your friend. Like, could we be mad together? Because I'm also upset. Like, let's be mad together walking towards the car so I could get you home and myself home safely. And we could blow off some steam in the car. He's like, man, you right. Let me calm down. So now I'm texting her. Mind you, actually no, I was texting her and calling her before. Like, when I started to look at, no, when we noticed she first was gone, I already started calling. I was texting, everything going straight to voicemail, straight to messages. I mean, it's delivering, but she's not answering back. So that's when we started following her location and all that. So I think we finally get in the car. Was it that? No, I'm lying. Y'all, the plot thickens. So I get in the car. One of my homeboys, actually same homeboy from the other story, he's calling. He was like, bro, is Kat with you? Mind you, in the back of my head, more context, homeboy and Kat used to talk, but nothing came out of it because, well, you see from this story how Kat was kind of moving. So I guess they both dissolved, but I knew homeboy was going to be in town. So I'm like, okay, maybe they going to link up. Like, I don't know. I thought they were just friends, but from this story, it looks like they're not. They were still talking. I didn't even know that either until this night. So he's calling me. He was like, yo, is Kat with you? Nah. At this point, it's just like, it was one of those situations where I was like, should I lie? But no, I'm not gonna lie, because for one, homeboy has been more of my homeboy than you, and two, You didn't even text me, call me, none of that. Not trying to like mess up her emotion or nothing, but it was just like, if you was gonna do this, at least let me know, like, hey, I'm going with Kappa, cover for me. Cool. She didn't do none of that. So I'm just like, nah, she not with me. Actually, I don't know where she is, which, once again, technically I wasn't lying, because I didn't know where they were going. I don't know, like, what that situation was. So I'm telling Nas, like, shh, like, because at this point, I think he was either, yeah, he was connected to my car, so he could hear everything. And I'm just like, OMG. Not only did she get caught up with Nas, but she's getting caught up with my homeboy, too. And y'all are all connected. I said, wait till we have this conversation tomorrow morning, because what? So she was like, yeah, like, I'm calling to see if she was with you, because she said that you're dropping her off home. I said, I'm gonna be honest, homeboy, I don't know where Kat is. We were all in the club together and she just simply walked off. He said, alright, bruh, like, I'm not even gonna worry about it till tomorrow. Cool. He don't even care at this point. Now Nas got to tripping. He went from 75 to 100. Mind you, the crash out was totally valid, because I understood, like, not only did you just find out this girl was playing in your face with one of the Kappas, 2 dudes in the club, but 3, like, one of all of our friends. Like, he started to trip. He was like, bro, because she got me messed up. And not only that, this is how I found out the extent of their relationship, how far everything was going. Like, I found out everything this night, because I did not know they were together for real. He was like, yeah, bro, like, your friend got stuff at my house. We've been doing this together for like months now. Like, none of y'all knew, because she told me not to tell y'all. Like, bro, like, sometimes she would even like turn off her location, this, that, and the third. And I'm just sitting there, but like, I'm letting him rant, but I'm also upset. But I'm upset for different reasons. Not because of that. That's their business. I was upset because it was just like, I genuinely thought somebody like snatched her up off the streets and we didn't even notice. And I was just like, dang, like, you know, at this time, we've been going out for months now. And she knows the rule. And if anything, she makes sure everybody else is on the same rule too. Like, if we come together, we leave together, unless you tell me otherwise. Not like on some parenting, being a mom, none of that. Like, it's just simple, like, making sure you're safe and you're okay. Like, I don't care who you don't even have to tell me a name. Just be like, hey, like, I'm not riding back with y'all, I'm gonna ride back with blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. You good? If you give me that look, like, okay, I'm good, cool, like, do your thing. Like, you know, like, I'll just pick you up tomorrow or anything, or like, I don't know, we're gonna figure something out. But the fact that she didn't do that, it just aggravated my soul. So I was already pissed because of that. Then I was pissed because it looked bad, because like, she got me in a situation where it was just, not that I can't defend her, because I was trying to as much as I possibly could, but it was one of those situations as though like, you had me in the middle of this, because you know Nas and me are homeboys. You know, me and homeboy are cool. And now you have me in a situation where they're both looking at me like, how didn't you know this? Oh, you're encouraging this. Like, it looks so bad. And it was just like, I did not know. First of all, I did not know you and homeboy were still talking. I did not know about, well, Nas obviously didn't know, because he's just telling me this information now. And I'm just like, yo, like, you have me in such an awkward situation. So I'm not gonna lie, like, he was so pissed. Like, we got back to his crib, and I think all of our homeboys was there too, like an outside person. He came in his room and he just started going off, like, telling everything, like, bro, cause this happened and that happened. And he's saying, the roommate, he's like, man, I told you, like, not to be getting strung up on her. Like, I could have tell, like, you better not go back to her, like, blah, 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 like, we told you. We told you this was gonna happen. And I'm not gonna lie, and she knew, she was very smart. Kat purposely told Nas not to tell me what they had going on. Because as a friend, she knew. As much as I'm cool, don't get me wrong, I'm cool with Kat. But it would have been more like I'm throwing hints at Nas. I would have told Nas, like, are you sure you want that? That's all I would have said. And if he said yes, well, shoot. Hey, you know? Because I'm not going to lie. I do that with all my homeboys or homegirls. I always look at them, especially if I know the person. I'll be like, are you sure you want to do that? Oh, yeah, like, blah-da-da-da. Okay, cool. Because you can't say, oh, Rihanna didn't tell me nothing, she didn't warn me. You can't say none of that. To this day, none of my homeboys could say, oh, she didn't try to tell me. And that's on facts. Every single one of my homeboys, because this is not my first rodeo. By the time she got into the picture, Kat, I think this was like my third time when one of my homeboys dated one of my homegirls. And if they needed a warning, I would legit look at them and be like, are you sure you want to do this? Especially one of my other homeboys, like I literally sit him down for a whole hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And one of my friends, she's another testament, because she was there telling him the same thing, like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, this girl done did this, did this, but they all fell for it. Every single one of my homeboys fell for it, and they all felt the wrath of my homegirls in different ways. I'm like, mind you, I'm not friends with Kat no more for a whole, well, this was mainly, I'm not gonna lie, this was like the tip of our friendship starting to go downhill. If you want other stories about Kat and our situation, I could definitely get into it, but I think this was like one of the major reasons why I started to cut off Kat, because it was just like, you literally had me out here thinking you were dead or kidnapped just for me to find out like what actually happened. And I realized male-centered females are very dangerous, because you could have, like, I don't know, you could have had all of us in a very messed up situation just because of simple miscommunication. And that's when I started to realize, yeah, I can't have this girl around me for long. And that was so sad. But moral of the story, at the end, the next day, once everything calmed down, I think she called me. She called me hella early too. Because mind you, I didn't get back home until like 4 o'clock that night. Because I had to calm down Nas, talk to homeboy, and then I finally drove home. So by the time I got home, it was like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. She gonna wake me up and call me like around 8 or 9, talking about, did homeboy call you? I was like, yeah. She's like, bro, like, I promise I didn't sleep with the Kappa. Like, bro, I promise, like, he's just on the couch, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, girl, like, you're explaining this to the wrong person. I don't care what y'all did. My thing is, and I think I told her, I either told her or I texted her this. I was like, I'm not mad at you for that. I'm mad because you simply just walked off and didn't give me a heads up. That's why I'm mad at you. I'm not mad at you because of what you did. What you do is what you do. That's your business. I don't care, you know? But it was just the simple fact that you really had me thinking, this girl is in danger. Like, bro, like, somebody legit kidnapped her. Like, how am I going to explain this to your parents? Like, oh, yeah, we were out here 1 second, and then she just left. Like, that just looks so bad. So, like, she's trying to explain, like, oh, yeah, like, I promise I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And I'm like, girl, you're over-explaining yourself. Like, you look more guilty explaining what happened. Like, I don't care what you did. That's you, between you and anybody else that's in your circle like that, if you get what I'm putting down. But my thing is, just don't have me out here thinking like something happened to you, you know? And yeah, that's what happened. More of the story, if you come together with a group of friends, lead together, and especially if you gonna be on some grimy stuff like this, let the friend know, hey, you know, this is what I'm doing. Well, not even that, just because, to be honest, I didn't want to know. I'm the type of friend, like, I didn't want to know because I knew it was going to be a sticky situation because I'm friends with everybody that she was involved with. It would have just been like, hey, like, I'm going home with somebody. Cool. That's all she had to say. She didn't have to tell me who, none of that. She could have just said that and I would have covered for her. Because, have I done that? No, I've never done that. Because she got caught up every single time. She's a bad liar. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. If you want to hear more stories about Kat, please let me know. But honestly, that was like part one of how our friendship started to go to hell. Because I realized the extent she would go for a dude, and that started to scare me. But if you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, my loves.